So let's just take a moment to get started. I like to start all of my classes with a seated meditation. So come into whatever seat feels comfortable for you. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your knees, whatever feels best. We'll take a few moments to just quiet down the mind, quiet down the breath. Take a moment to arrive. You can either have a soft gaze down at the grass in front of you, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes here. Start to bring that awareness to our breath, taking long, deep inhalations in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Start to roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down along the spine. Maybe you gently rock side to side and see if you can sit up a little bit taller. Imagine that you have a string at the crown of the head and it's pulling you up to the sky, lengthening the spine. If you notice that the mind is starting to wander, just draw it back to the breath. Bring it back into this space, bring it back into this moment. Keep that inhalation in through the nose. And big open mouth sigh, release. If you would like to take a body scan here, you can join me by scanning down from the crown of the head, releasing tension in between the eyebrows, release tension in the jaw, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, releasing tension in the neck, in the shoulders, all the way down through the chest, through the abdomen, and in the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, and finally all the way out through the toes. Bring your focus back to your breath. I'm going to take a moment to go quiet and allow you to connect to your breath. Wherever you are, we'll take a few more final breaths all together. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, release. Final breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. If you would like to set an intention for your practice, you can do that now. And when you feel ready, we'll start to slowly open the eyes and come back into this space. Wonderful job, everyone. Start to release your hands by your side. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, we come into a forward fold. Place the hands down in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. Imagine you have a tennis ball in between the chin and the chest. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk the hands out in front of you. Forward folds. Maybe feeling the hips released here. Maybe feel the back lengthening here. We take one more big breath here. Inhale. Hold it through the exhale. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back to center. And then change the crossing of your legs. Since we've been in that position for a moment, we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. On your next inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath here. Inhale. And exhale, start to walk the hands in front of you. Seated forward fold. Maybe noticing how this side feels compared to the other. Take one more big breath here. Hold it through the exhale. On your next inhale, start to come back to center, lifting the chest. And when you get up to the top, release your hands by your side. We'll start to warm up the body with some neck rolls. So start to bring the chin down to the chest. And then start to roll over right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Keep this movement going. Imagine that you have a paintbrush on the tip of the nose, drawing half circles here. If it feels okay on the neck, you can start to increase the circles, maybe painting that brush all the way up to the sky, over to the opposite side, back to center, and then switching the direction of those circles. We'll be here for a few more moments, just letting this feel good. Taking this opportunity to just come into the body, notice how we feel. And then we'll check in later in our practice, maybe noticing if anything has changed. The next time that your right ear comes over to the right shoulder, keep it here. And then from here, start to walk that right hand out to the side. On your next inhale, start to lift that right arm up. Place it on top of the left ear. You can stay here or start to walk those left fingertips out to the side, maybe feeling that deeper stretch along the side of the neck. This may be enough for you. If you want even more, on your next inhale, start to lift that left hand up. Imagine that you're pressing an imaginary wall away, feeling that nice deep stretch in the heel of the hand, the side of the neck. Hold it here, one more breath. And on your next exhale, gently release that left hand down. Release the right hand. Slowly roll the neck over to the other side. We do the same thing here. You can start to walk those right fingertips out to the side. And then bring that left hand up overhead. You can stay here. If you want more, start to lift that right hand up. Press that imaginary wall away. Feeling that nice deep stretch in the heel of the hand. Hold it here, one more breath. And exhale, gently drop that right hand down. Release the left hand. Slowly roll the neck back to center. And then lift the neck back up. Chin comes center. On your next inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Turn your hands to face me. Start to wiggle those right fingers. And then place your right hand to the outside of the left knee. And then place that left hand behind the back. Tent up on those fingers, spider fingers here. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, get deeper into that twist, gazing maybe to the side of the space, or if it feels okay on the neck, maybe gazing all the way to the back of the meadow here. If you want more, draw the belly in, take a big breath here, inhale. And exhale, maybe see if you can get a little bit deeper in that twist. On your next inhale, we switch sides, arms come up overhead. And same thing as before, start to wiggle those left fingers, bring them over to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen, lengthening the spine. And exhale, maybe gazing to the side of our space. Maybe one day gazing past your right shoulder. You can stay here, or on your next inhale, draw the belly in. And exhale, maybe getting a little bit deeper in that twist. Hold it here. And exhale. On your next inhale, both arms come up overhead. And exhale, drop them by your side. We move into a cat-cow. So however is best for you, a tabletop position. You can press yourself up forward. You can move your knees out to the side. Whatever is good for your body here today. Spread all 10 fingers out really wide. Pointer finger faces towards the front of our space. Shoulders directly on top of the wrists. Hips directly on top of the knees. Warming up the spine, cat and cow. On your next inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, start to lift, gaze up, making that U shape with the spine. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, press the ground away, gazing down towards the mat, your knees, your thighs, maybe one day all the way to your navel. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, moving back, cow. And exhale, cat pose. Now I invite you to continue moving through these two movements, timing each movement with the breath. If you would like to introduce some other movement here, you can. You can rock the hips side to side. You can make figure eights with the body. You can make large circles with the body, bring the shoulders past the wrists. The shoulders and hips come to one side. Hips come towards heels. And then shoulders and hips come to the other side. And then you get to the top of the circle. And then switch directions. You can even close your eyes here if that feels good for you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just listening to the body and doing what feels good for you. We're going to move into a shoulder stretch in just a moment. So do whatever feels good. We'll take one more big breath here. And exhale. Start to come back to center. Start to ground into the right hand. On your next inhale, left arm reaches out to the side. Gaze follows the hand. Lift left hand up overhead. And exhale, thread the left hand between the right wrist and the right knee. Left shoulder comes down to the floor. Left palm faces up towards the sky. Right hand underneath right elbow. Thread the needle. See if you can square the hips towards the back of the space. If you want more, you can start to step that right foot back and maybe lift the right foot up. Getting deeper in that stretch here. Nice job. If you're lifting that foot up, point the toes down to the floor and see if you can align it with your hip. Excellent adjustment back there. Nice job, everyone. Great job. We'll be here for one more breath. And exhale, start to lower that right foot down. We'll all come out of this the same way that we started. Start to lift back up. Arm comes up overhead. And exhale, bring that left hand down. We do the same thing on the other side. This time, grounding into the left hand. On your next inhale, right arm lifts up overhead. And exhale, thread the right hand in between the left knee and the left wrist. Right shoulder comes down to the ground. Right hand faces up towards the sky. See first if you can square the hips towards the back of the space. If you want more, you can step that left foot behind you. And on your next inhale, lift that left leg up. Left toes face down. See if you can square that left foot in line with the hip. Maybe lower than you're expecting. Nice job, great adjustment. One more big breath. And exhale, we start to come back down, lower that foot back down. We come out of this the same way that we came into this. Start to lift that arm up overhead. And exhale, bring that hand back down. We're moving into a bird dog to turn on the core. Step that left foot back. And then ground into the left hand. Inhale, right arm lifts in front of you. Right thumb faces up towards the sky. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to lift that left leg up. Toes face down towards the floor, starting to feel that balance, engaging the core here. This may be enough for you. You can stay here, or if you want more, take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the elbow, curling into a small ball, just like in that cat pose. Inhale, open up. And exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee, smallest ball as you can get. Hold it here. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Keep that left foot lifted. Start to turn the left toes to face the front of the room. And then step that left foot in line with your hip. So maybe outside on the grass here. So you're placing that left foot to the side. Toes are facing the front of our space. Start to walk the hands back to the hips. On your next inhale, lift the chest up. Moving into gate pose. Excellent job, everyone. Once you feel nice and strong in that foundation, inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, start to bring that left hand down to your side. Inhale, lift, and start to reach over to the side. Inhale, back to center. Moving into a side plank. Bring that right hand down underneath right shoulder. Lift that left leg up. Moving back into gate pose. We do that 2 more times. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, reaching to the side. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, side plank. Option to keep the leg here or lift. 1 more time. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale to the side. Inhale to lift. And exhale, come to the side. Inhale, we come back up. And exhale, bring hands down in front of you. We come back into that neutral tabletop position. We do the same thing on the other side. Maybe rock the hips side to side. And then we switch sides. So this time, step that right foot back, ground into the right hand. Inhale, left hand reaches in front of you. Left thumb faces up towards the sky. You can stay here if you want more. On your next inhale, right leg lifts. Right toes face down to the floor. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl into a ball. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee, hold it here, small as ball as you can get. Inhale, open up, expand. And exhale, drop that left hand down. Start to turn the right toes to face the front of the space. And then bring them all the way to the side. So making sure that that hip is in line with the ankle. From here, start to walk the hands back to center. Bring them on the hips. On your next inhale, we lift. Coming into that gate pose position. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, right arm comes down. Reach over to the side. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, bring that left hand down, coming into a side plank. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, reaching to the side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, coming to the side. Final one here. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, side plank. Hold here for just a moment. Start to come back down. Arms lift up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. Moving back into that tabletop position. And then knees can come, or rather hips can come side to side, releasing tension in the low back. We'll move into our first downward facing dog of the day. So start to curl the toes under, ground into all 10 fingers, lift the hips up towards the sky. Starting with a really strong foundation here, a downward facing dog. Spread all 10 fingers out really wide. Pointer faces the front of our space. Feet are about hip distance apart. And for this first one, generously bend your knees and then see if you can press the hips towards the back of the space. Maybe one day your triceps are in line with your ears. You can bring some movement here, bending one knee at a time. Shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Throughout our practice here today, if you ever need to take a break in your downward facing dog, you can always come to a tabletop position. You can always come to a child's pose. Do what feels good for you. We will take one more big breath here. And exhale, start to bend into the knees, look towards the front of the space, slowly walk your way up to the front of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold position. Two options for you here. You can either grab opposite elbow and gently rock side to side to release tension in the low back, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back, let the arms reach up overhead, and then from here bend one knee at a time, gently rock the arms side to side to release tension in the shoulders. Whatever choice you choose to make today, just let this feel good. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And at the end of your exhale, release the hands all the way down to the floor. Slower than you want to, start to roll up to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to the top, roll the shoulders up to the ears. Bring the hands by your side. Make sure that you're at the top of the mat. Bring the feet together, heels slightly apart. We're gonna move through 2 rounds of vinyasas. The first one we always modify. Feel free to take this throughout your practice. Otherwise, I'll be demonstrating the full versions here at the front. How are we all feeling, everyone? Yes, okay, great, let's go. All right, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands go on shins, on thighs, roll the shoulders back, make an L shape here. Exhale, bend the knees, place the hands on the mat, step back, high plank position. We're here for just a moment. We modify this first time. Lower the knees down, untuck toes, glue your elbows into your side, lower the chest down all the way. Hands are underneath your shoulders. On your next inhale, lift up for cobra. And exhale, release, chest comes down to the floor. Ground into the hands, lift up, bring the hips back towards the heels for child's pose. And then curl toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. We have been here before. 2 big breaths. At the end of your next exhale, start to come back into stillness. Bend the knees, look towards the front of the space. Walk the feet to meet the hands, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet, root to rise. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, bring hands to heart center and release them by your side. So that is our modified version. Feel free to take that. Otherwise, we're doing the full, I'll be demonstrating the full version at the front. So come to the top of the mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back, high plank position. Option to modify by lowering the knees down, otherwise moving into a chaturanga. Shift the shoulders past the wrist, glue elbows into your side, engage the core. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, drop the hips, gaze to the front of our space. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips up towards the sky. 2 big breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, start to bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Slowly walk your feet to meet your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet, inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, bring hands to heart center and release them by your side. We'll move into chair pose. Bring the toes together. Start to bend the knees, sweep hands across the mat, arms lift up overhead. So a couple things I want you to remember. Take a moment to gaze down at the knees. Make sure that the knees aren't moving past the toes. See if you can shift the hips back. And then, instead of tucking the tailbone, Tuck the tailbone down, engage the core, arms lift up overhead. If this feels tight on your triceps, try opening the arms wider, turn the pinkies in. If this doesn't feel good on the low back, you can also open your knees out. Spam. You can also open the knees out a little bit wider. 2 more big breaths here. 1 more big breath. And exhale, we forward fold. Your choice of a vinyasa here. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Your choice of a vinyasa, step back, high plank position. Lower down, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts. Stack that right hip on top of the left. You can make circles with the knees, circles with the ankle. You can flip your dog. Setting that right foot behind you. Press the hips up towards the sky. Right arm reaches the front of the space. If you're going one way with those knee circles, go the opposite direction. If you're flipping your dog, we'll start to all come back. So start to kick that right foot down, right toes face down, step that right foot in between your hands. You come into a low lunge position. Come into a low lunge position. Hands come on hips, inhale, lift the chest. Take a big breath here, tuck the tailbone under, engage the core. Once you feel nice and strong in that foundation, inhale, arms lift up overhead. Start to turn your hands to face me, wiggle those left fingers. Bring left hand in front of you, right arm reaches behind you, moving into that twist. Keep grounding into that front right leg. Make sure the knee's not caving out to the side. So knee directly on top of the ankle, good job. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. Come back to center, gaze to the front of the space. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Roll the shoulders back, take a big breath here. Exhale, bring the outside of that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So building up to that chair pose. You can stay here if you want to open the arms, get a little bit deeper. Start to fly those arms, opening out to the side. Great job, everyone. Maybe bring a smile to your lips. 1 more breath. And exhale, start to bring hands into a prayer. Inhale, we all come back to center. Sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Moving into runner's lunge, curl left toes under, lift left knee up. You can stay still, or you can gently rock forward and back, stretching out the left calf, the left hip flexor. Start to come back to stillness. Ground into left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches out to the side. Lift up overhead. Gaze lifts up towards the sky. And exhale, bring right hand down, moving into lizard pose. So start to pivot that right foot out to the side. Gazing down, you should see left hand, and then right foot. You can stay lifted. You can shift forward and back to continue opening up that left hip. You can lower left knee down. And you can use your right hand to gently press that right knee away as you pivot to the right side, the pinky side edge of that right foot. If you want to get deeper into that stretch, you can try to lower down to your forearms if that feels good for you. Lots of different options. They will all stretch different parts of the hips, different parts of the knee. See if you make sure that the right knee, or the right foot rather, is outside of the right hand. Yes, great adjustment. Allow you to get deeper in that stretch. Left hand, right foot. 2 more big breaths. Final breath. And exhale, if you're pivoting onto that foot, start to bring that foot into the center. See left hand, right foot, right hand. Curl left toes under, lift left knee up. Step right foot back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we do the same thing on the other side. Start to lift that left leg up. Exhale, step that left foot in between the hands, lower right knee down. Start to bring hands on hips. Inhale, lift the chest. So same as before, making sure that we're engaging the core. Tuck the tailbone under. Stomp into that front left knee. See if you can imagine that you're pulling that foot in to energetically activate it. Once you feel nice and strong, inhale, arms lift up overhead. One more big breath here. And exhale, start to wiggle those right fingers. Start to bring the left hand behind you. Right hand comes in front of you, coming into that twist. Keep stomping into that front left knee, making sure it's not going out to the side. Nice straight line. Knee is on top of the ankle. One more big breath. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands. Oh no. Exhale, bring the hands to a prayer position. Moving into that other twist. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, the outside of the right elbow comes over to the left knee, coming into that prayer twist. So try to stack elbows on top of one another. You can stay here if you want even more. Try to open the arms out to the side. Keep stomping into that front left knee. It'll help you balance. 2 more breaths. Final breath here. And exhale, if you're flying the arms, bring them back into a prayer position. Inhale, we lift back to center. Sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Moving into that runner's lunge. Curl right toes under, lift right knee up. You can stay still or you can gently rock forward and back, opening up that right hip flexor. Moving into a lizard pose. Start to toe heel that left foot out to the side. Gazing down, you just see left foot, left hand, right hand. You can stay lifted, continuing moving forward and back, or you can lower right knee down. Pivot to the pinky side edge of that left foot. Gently press that left knee away. Or your other option here today is to lower down onto the forearms, lowering the chest down to the mat if that feels good for you. Lots of options. Each one will stretch a different part of the hip out. We take one more big breath here. At the end of your next exhale, start to come back to center. Start to toe heel that left foot in between your hands. Curl right toes under, lift right knee up, step left foot back, downward facing dog. We move into a side plank position, so however is best for you. First, shift forward, high plank. Start to bring that right hand to the center, and then turn to the hips. If you need more support today, you can always lower that right knee down. Left hand can be placed onto the hip, and if you want more, left hand lifts up. Both feet can stack on top of one another, and your biggest challenge of today is to lift that left leg up, coming into a star plank. We're here for 3 more breaths. Final breath. And exhale, lower that foot. If you took it, both hands come down to the ground. Your choice of a vinyasa here, shifting forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Take 2 big breaths here. One more big breath. And exhale. Start to lift that right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Step right foot in between the hands. Place hands on hips. Inhale. Lift the chest. So building on what we've done before, we do this in a standing position. On your next inhale, arms lift up overhead. Turn your hands to face me. Wiggle left fingers. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, left hand reaches in front of you, right hand reaches behind you. One more big breath. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead, gaze to the front of the space, and exhale, bring them into a prayer position in front of the chest. Roll the shoulders back, take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, start to bring the outside of the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, coming into that prayer pose. If you need more support today, you can always lower that left knee down. Otherwise, we stay lifted. You can stay here. If you want to fly the arms, open the arms out. Two more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, start to bring hands back to center. Prayer pose in between the chest. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. And exhale, warrior two, pivot down to the outside of that left foot. Bend into the right knee, arms open out to the side, like a T. Gaze goes past the middle finger of that right hand. Press into the pinky side edge of that back foot. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll back down along the spine. Maybe make some circles with the hands, circles with the wrist. We're here for two more breaths. Make sure that the shoulders are directly on top of the hips. Sometimes people reach forward. See if you can align yourself. One more big breath. Hold through the exhale. On your next inhale, arms lift up, straighten right leg. Exhale, reach forward. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Final one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. One more big breath here. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Your choice to take a vinyasa here, or you can stay in a downward facing dog. We all meet in a downward facing dog. Option to modify or option to skip. We do the same thing on the other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step left foot in between your hands. Hands go on hips. And on your next inhale, start to lift the chest up. So making sure that that left knee is directly on top of left ankle. Turning our core on, feeling nice and strong. Once you feel ready, arms lift up overhead. Start to turn your hands to face me. Wiggle those right fingers and exhale, reach right hand forward, left hand reaches behind you, making sure the knee is not caving out to the side. You can always bend that right knee if you need more support here. These twists, imagine that you're creating a spiral shape with the body. Really good for digestion, really good for releasing tension in the spine. One more breath. On your next inhale, arms reach up overhead, gaze to the front of the space. Exhale, hands come to center into a prayer pose. Roll the shoulders back, take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, right elbow comes to outside of the left knee. Again, if you need more support, you can always lower that right knee down, coming into that low lunge. You can keep that right knee lifted. And if you want more of a challenge today, try to open the arms out to the side of the space. Flying the arms. We're here for two more breaths. Final big breath. And exhale, if the arms are flying, bring them back to prayer. Arms come to heart center, lift the chest. We come into a warrior two, pivot right foot down, arms open out to the side. Opening out to a T, gaze past the middle finger of the left hand. Take a moment to roll the shoulders up to the ears, maybe make circles with the wrist. You can also try pushing those two walls away from you, stretching out the heels of the hands. Make sure the shoulders are directly on top of the hips, bending into that front knee, knee on top of ankle. We're here for two more breaths. Final big breath here. Hold it through the exhale. On your next inhale, straighten your front left leg, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, warrior two. Two more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, warrior two. Final one here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Hold it here. One more breath. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Step left foot back. Option to take a vinyasa here, or you can stay in a downward facing dog, or even take a child's pose. If you're choosing to stay in a child's pose, you can do that. Otherwise, we move into a side plank on the left side. Start to shift forward, high plank. Bring the left hand to the center of the mat. Pivot to roll onto the side. Option to lower that left knee down. Or You can keep both feet in front of you. Right hand can go on right hip. Right arm can reach up towards the sky. Or the biggest challenge of today is try to lift that right foot off of the left. Right hand reaches up to the sky. See if you can continue pressing those hips up toward the sky. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final breath. And exhale, lower right foot down, lower right hand down. We come back, downward facing dog. Take 1 more big breath here. Big open mouth sigh, release. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Step left foot in between your hands. Start to pivot the feet over to the side of the mat. So you're gazing towards the whale tail. Bring the hands on the hips and inhale, lift the chest up. So you're all gonna be facing the side. Completely okay, trust me here. Turn toes to face in, heels go out, making a pizza shape. Interlace the fingers behind the back, press the hands away, open up the shoulders, lift gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Hands can stay by hips or you can open them up overhead. You can stay still or you can bend 1 knee at a time, opening the arms out to the side. We take 1 more big breath here. At the end of your next exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Bring the left hand to the center. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Simple twist here. And exhale, lower right hand down, switch sides. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, lower that left hand down. Start to turn the toes to face the front of our space. And then step both feet up to the top of the mat. All right, moving into our peak pose here, moving into twisted chair. Both feet to the top of the mat, sweep hands overhead, twisted chair. Hands come into a prayer position, roll the shoulders back, take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, outside of left elbow, outside of the right knee. Take a moment to gaze down at your knees, making sure that one knee isn't moving inside or in front of the other. You can stay here, or you can open the arms out to the side, flying those arms. If you want even more of a challenge, maybe getting light on those left toes, lifting it 1 inch off the ground. We're here for 2 more breaths. Nice job taking that challenge. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower left foot down, bring hands back to a prayer. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, we lift, we'll do the same thing. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, bring hands to a prayer position, squat down. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of left knee, gazing to the side of the space. You can stay here. You can open the arms out to the side, flying the arms. And if you want even more of a challenge, grounding into that left foot, start to lift those right toes off the ground. Playing with our balance here. 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And if that right foot is lifted, start to lower it. Everyone bringing your hands back to a prayer pose. Inhale, come back to center. Lift arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Your choice to take a vinyasa here. Otherwise, step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, high plank, low plank. We all meet in a downward facing dog. 2 more big breaths here. Final big breath. And big open mouth sigh. On your next inhale, ground into left foot, right leg lifts. Moving into pigeon, right knee comes to right wrist. The right foot is somewhere between the left wrist and the left knee. You can scoot that left knee back if you need to. You can keep your hands in front of you, roll the shoulders back. If you want even more, take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, start to lower down onto your forearms. Maybe one day the forehead lowers all the way down to the floor. We're here for 3 more breaths. Releasing tension in the hips. Decompressing the spine by lengthening it. See if you're holding tension in between the eyebrows. Let that go. Final big breath here. And exhale. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back to center. Curl left toes under, lift left knee up, step right foot back, downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee and behind your left wrist. Left foot somewhere between the right wrist and the right knee. You can tent up on those fingers for more height and stay here, or on your next exhale, maybe you lower down onto your forearms, and maybe one day you lower the chest all the way to the ground, forehead reaches the floor. Making sure you're squaring the hips here. Moving into our cool down of class today. We built a lot of heat. We twisted out the spine. Twisting is so good for the digestion, massaging the internal organs. If pigeon pose ever feels like too much, you can always reset by lifting the chest up and then lowering back down. We're here for just a couple more breaths. Final big breath here. And at the end of your next exhale, we all come out of it. Curling right toes under, lift right knee up, and step back. Downward facing dog. Start to lower down, take a child's pose. Hands come in front of you, hips come to heels. Lower the forehead all the way down to the floor. We'll take a big breath all here together. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open out sigh. Let it go. Start to come forward. Shoulders come by your hands, on top of your hands. Roll the elbows into your side. Lower the chest down all the way. Coming into a prone position, so we're lying on our stomachs. Open your left arm out to the side. And then place your right hand underneath your shoulder. From here, start to roll over onto one side. Hip is stacking on top of your left hip is stacking on top of your right. You can stay here or step that left foot back behind you. So getting nice and deep, stretching out the front of that shoulder. If that ever feels like too much, you can always bring the hips on top of each other instead of opening out. One more big breath. And on the next exhale, start to roll back to your stomach. We do the same thing on the other side. Open the right arm out to the side. Left hand comes underneath your left shoulder. Start to roll the left hip on top of the right. You can stay here, or you can step that left foot behind you. So opening up the front of the shoulder, the right shoulder. This is a great position if you find yourself seated at a desk. You notice that the shoulders are caving in. This really helps us to open up the chest. Just letting this feel good. We take one more big breath here all together. And at the end of your next exhale, start to roll back onto your stomach. And we'll move into lying on our back. So place the hands underneath your shoulders, lift up, child's pose for just a moment. And exhale, come into a tabletop, cross your feet, and then bring your hips behind you, bring the feet in front of you, grab the back of your thighs, and slowly lower down all the way. We have 2 more final poses, and then we move into our Shavasana. First, just gently start to windshield wiper the knees side to side, decompressing the low back. Start to bring your knees back to center, grounded to the left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring that right foot on top of the left supine figure 4. You can stay here. You can use your right hand to gently press the right knee away. Or on your next inhale, lift left leg up. Interlace fingers behind left thigh or the front of the left shin. You can stay still or you can gently rock side to side. Maybe noticing how this feels compared to the pigeon pose. Very similar pose, but just doing this on our backs. You can point and flex that left foot, seeing how that feels. Yeah, maybe make some circles. Take 2 more big breaths here. When we take our Shavasana, I have some eucalyptus tiles. I'm going to come by and pass them. If you do not want them, you can cross your hands across your chest. I'll be sure to skip you. 1 more big breath here. And exhale, lower that left foot down. We do the same thing on the other side. Both feet come down to the floor. Inhale, your right leg lifts, or rather your left leg lifts. Bring that left foot on top of the right. Same as before. You can use your left hand to press the left knee away. Or you can start to lift that right leg up, interlacing fingers behind your right thigh or the front of the right shin. You can stay still, or you can gently rock side to side, maybe pointing and flexing the feet, making some circles with the ankles if that feels good for you. Maybe closing the eyes. We're here for a few more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, start to lower the feet down, coming out of that bind. Both feet come down to the floor. Gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll take a happy baby, and then you're welcome to finish out your practice with any other pose you would like to take. For happy baby, draw the knees into the chest. Grab either the outside of the ankles or the pinky side edge of your feet. You can stay still, or you can gently rock side to side, giving yourself a nice lower back massage. I'm going to come by with the eucalyptus towels. Again, if you do not want one, simply cross your hands across your chest, so opposite hand, opposite shoulders. I'll be sure to skip you. Otherwise, whenever you feel ready, start to come into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Feet come out in front of you, hands can come by your side, or you can bring your feet together and the knees can open out to the side for a supine butterfly pose. Your other option with your hands is you can place your left hand on your heart and the right hand on the belly if that feels good for you, connecting to your heart, connecting to your breath. This is your time to rest. You could either have a soft gaze or maybe you close your eyes here. I will wake you up when we are ready to go. Start to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers. Start to bring some life and movement back into your body. If your feet are together, start to open them out in front of you. We'll take one more big final stretch here. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, point your toes, get as big as you can. And exhale. Start to roll over onto one side. Gently press yourself up into a seated position. We'll close our practice out the same way that we started, with a few final cleansing breaths. Start to roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll it back down, along the spine. Wherever you are, take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, release. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, release. Final breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. This time, hold it at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air. Big sigh of the day. Let it all go. Know that you can always come back to this peace and relaxation by connecting to your breath. Whenever you feel ready, start to slowly open your eyes and come back into this space. Wonderful job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here for free yoga at the park. Some housekeeping. If you borrowed a gray blanket, if you wouldn't mind placing it here into the red bins. If you got one of the purple eucalyptus towels, I have a clear bin here at the front if you wouldn't mind placing it in there. If you borrowed a mat from me, if you could roll it up and place it here at the front, I would greatly appreciate it. I have a QR codes up here for the front for donations, also a jar to take cash donations. If you would like to connect with me outside of this, sign up for our email list so that you always stay connected and joining us. We have QR codes for that, as well as social media. I host retreats and private classes, all that good stuff. Please stay after. We're going to have some amazing live music after. We have some delicious beverages here at the back, and we have food trucks, so please come by. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. We're going to be here until October 4th every Saturday, so I hope to see you all again. Thank you so much for coming.